Are you tired of $4,000 rents, brutal commutes, and feeling squeezed in literally every aspect of your life living in San Francisco? Well, you're not alone. Sacramento isn't just cheaper, it's smarter. So here are 7 reasons thousands of Bay Area residents are leaving the fog behind in favor of new starts in the Valley. Look, if you missed part 1 of this 2-part series covering the 7 reasons people are leaving San Francisco, you can watch that by clicking the link in the description, or I'll leave it at the end for you. But let's start off with reason number 1. People are choosing Sacramento as the place to land when they leave San Francisco, and that is affordable home prices and homes with room to grow. So let's go through it. The median home price as of the recording of this video in the summer of 2025 for San Francisco is $1.4 million. Now for the greater San Francisco Bay Area, it hovers between $1.4 and $1.7 million. By contrast, the median home price in the greater Sacramento area as of recording this video is $516,000, literally a third of what a home costs in San Francisco. Now at that price, you can afford a lot more home, room for a growing family, room to have a big backyard, maybe even a swimming pool. There's a lot on offer at the median home price of $516,000. But if you've been saving up to buy a $1.4 or $1.7 million, you probably qualify for something in the $700,000 or $800,000 range right off the bat. And you probably have the savings to afford that as you've been marching your way towards the down payment you needed for $1.4 to $1.7 million. And at $700,000 to $800,000 in Sacramento, you're talking new construction, resort style living with big backyards, with outdoor kitchens and swimming pools. There is an absolute amazing home on offer at $700,000 to $800,000 in Sacramento and its surrounding suburbs. And this is the number 1 reason my clients cite for why they've left the San Francisco Bay Area and chosen the Sacramento Valley. They can finally afford a home, and not just any home, not a 100-year-old home that is 1,000 square feet and has no operable wood sash windows in the whole place. I'm talking a 2,500 square foot home with a big backyard and a swimming pool. And that is a big deal for a growing family. Reason number 2 people are choosing Sacramento as their place to land after fleeing San Francisco or the greater San Francisco Bay Area is that there is tons of new construction available in Sacramento. Now look, in downtown Midtown of Sacramento, the main area down there, there's not going to be a lot of new construction on offer, but all of the Sacramento suburbs have a ton of new construction. We're talking Folsom, Rancho Cordova, Roseville, Rockland, Lincoln, Loomis, Elk Grove. All of these areas have a ton of new construction on offer, and it's not at astronomical prices, at least not by Bay Area standards. Remember from our last segment, you're talking 1.4 to 1.7 million median home prices. Heck, in Roseville right now, you can purchase brand new construction in the mid 500,000s. That's pretty amazing. I mean, the median home price in Roseville is only $652,000. So you can get new construction in that $550,000 to $600,000 range all day long. Now, maybe in Folsom, new construction is going to cost you more in the $700,000 to $800,000 range. But again, that is still a relative bargain at 50% of the cost of buying a residential resale home in San Francisco that's nearly 100 years old and only 1,200 square feet. So people come here because they can afford new construction. They've always wanted to have a new home for their family, and that's very appealing for a lot of people, and that is on offer for almost every Bay Area refugee coming out of San Francisco with even a partial down payment saved up for what they were expecting to pay in the Bay Area. Hey, if you're getting anything at all out of this video, hit the like button, click subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss another video with crucial information to help you with your relocation. Reason number 3 people choose Sacramento when they're leaving San Francisco is because of a diverse and growing job market. The Sacramento Valley has the most robust and diverse job market in the state of California. Now, if you're coming out of the Bay Area is a very tech-heavy job market. Now, Sacramento has a lot of tech jobs as well. So if you're a tech worker, there's going to be that on offer for you. But what if you're not a tech worker? If you're not a tech worker, you really feel the squeeze in the Bay Area job market. But here in Sacramento, we are, of course, the capital of the state. So we have a lot of state jobs on offer right here in the capital. From political jobs to just state functional operational jobs, there's a ton of jobs on offer within the state infrastructure there. The greater Sacramento Valley is also a massive and growing health hub of the state. And as such, we have a ton of healthcare jobs here in Sacramento and in the surrounding suburbs. We also have a diverse and innovative educational landscape here in the Sacramento Valley. So if you work in education, whether that be in the classroom, at the administrative level, or you want to work at crafting policy for education at the state and county levels, Sacramento has a ton of jobs on offer in the education space as well. Sacramento is also, and we'll talk more about this later, the farm to fork capital of the state and of the nation. And as such, there are a ton of jobs in the restaurant industry here in Sacramento, not to mention the tourist industry in and around Sacramento. So if you're looking for a job market that has more on offer than just tech jobs, Sacramento offers a lot for people coming out of the Bay Area. Look, right about now, you're wondering who I am and why you should be listening to me about San Francisco, Sacramento, real estate, or anything at all, really, and that's a pretty fair question. My name's Rich Curtis with EXP Realty, and I've been selling homes in the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years now, in markets ranging from the Great Recession to the COVID market insanity and everything in between. I've also lived in the greater Sacramento area in El Dorado County, and I've also lived in San Francisco, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to feeling the pressures of Bay Area real estate and Bay Area life. Now, let's jump right back into our discussion of 7 reasons people are choosing Sacramento when they're leaving San Francisco. Reason number 4 people choose Sacramento when they're leaving San Francisco is for creative educational options. The greater Sacramento area has made a deep commitment to having a varied, diverse, and creative educational opportunities on offer for your family. We're talking the Met Sacramento, a big picture learning school. You have career and vocational schools like New Tech High School for science and tech, and Health Professions High School for people wanting to pursue careers in the medical field. You have public Waldorf education down in Sacramento. You have the huge community schools movement down in Sacramento, and the list goes on and on and on. In the greater Sacramento area, you can find almost every educational model you want to access for your children, and a lot of them in a public school setting, meaning no cost to your family. And that is a big deal for families moving to Sacramento. You will have a ton of choice for where to send your kids to school. And if they have a particular interest or have a particular career they are looking to pursue, the career, vocational, and community schools movement is huge here in the greater Sacramento area. You will be spoiled for choice, and you won't regret moving to Sacramento for your children's education. Reason number 5 people decide to land in Sacramento after leaving San Francisco is that Sacramento is America's farm to fork capital. Now, what does that mean? That means Sacramento is in the Central Valley, which is adjacent to the Great Central Valley of California, which is one of the most fertile and best areas to grow food in the entire world. It truly is amazing. And as such, the farm to fork movement has grown by leaps and bounds in Sacramento with amazing local restaurants, including Michelin star restaurants like The Kitchen and Localis, or great local chains like Zocalo's or One Speed Pizza. All of these places are amazing, and that's just scratching the surface of the incredible places to go and eat in Sacramento, all of which are tapping great locally grown fruits and vegetables from the Sacramento Valley of California. If you are a foodie, there is no better place to live in California than Sacramento. Hey, if you've made it this far in the video and you're still not sure if Sacramento is the right place to land for you as you're making your Bay Area exit plan, feel free to reach out to me via the contact information on your screen or in the description down below. Like I said, I've been selling homes in the greater Sacramento area and in El Dorado County for over 20 years now, and I've helped hundreds of families just like yours decide where to land, and I'm always happy to help. All right, now back to the 7 reasons why people choose Sacramento when they're leaving San Francisco. Reason number 6 people choose Sacramento when they're leaving the Bay Area is for a more relaxed, family-friendly vibe. The pace of life is just slower here. No more status checks, no more keeping up with the Joneses, no more hustle culture. This is a place that is focused on raising families and very much focused on the work-life balance. Look, in the Bay Area, with the cost of living, with homes costing $1.4 to $1.7 million, everybody's got to make as much money as they can. And that really plays into this work, hustle culture that invades and pervades the whole area and the culture. I experienced it myself living there. It's also just a little bit more laid back in general. I like to describe it this way. When I lived in the Bay Area in San Francisco and Berkeley, if I was to go to a barbecue on the weekend, people would be dressed up pretty fancy. People would be bringing handmade pate from a local restaurant and cracking high-end bottles of wine at the weekend barbecue. Now, by contrast, if you're going to a weekend barbecue in Sacramento or in El Dorado County, people are going to be wearing shorts and flip-flops. People are going to be bringing a six-pack of beer and some chips and salsa. And the kids are going to be running and playing and being crazy in the yard. It's just a little more laid-back, family-friendly vibe and a slower pace of life that I really appreciated when we relocated out of the Bay Area. There's just less pressure. You can take a deep breath and just enjoy family life here in the greater Sacramento area. Reason number 7 why people choose Sacramento when they're leaving San Francisco is lower overall cost of living. Now, this one should come as no surprise. It's not just the homes that are expensive in the Bay Area. Everything is expensive in the Bay Area. Childcare is expensive. Private schooling options are expensive. You can't always park your car for free if you choose to have a car. Parking or a garage is expensive in San Francisco. And just going out to eat or buy groceries is expensive there. Now, when I lived there, and this was a long time ago, mind you, I've lived here for almost 30 years now, I used to say I can't leave my house without spending $100. By the end of the day, if I've bought some bus tickets, if I've gone out to have lunch, maybe met some friends for drinks after dinner, I've spent a minimum of $100. Now, these days, I bet that's more like $200 or more just to get around the city and have a little fun for the day. Now, by contrast, in the greater Sacramento area, everything is cheaper here, and the cost of living is way less, and your mortgage is way less, which means you don't have to save as much. Or you can save more if you choose to go that route. You don't have to work as hard. If you're self-employed or an entrepreneur, maybe you don't have to work as many hours or take on as many clients or projects, leaving you more time to spend with the family. Or maybe you're behind on saving for your retirement because of all the years you've spent in the Bay Area. You can play catch up living here at the lower cost of living. No matter how you slice it, it is way cheaper to live in the Sacramento area than it is in the San Francisco Bay Area. And that is one of the prime reasons that my clients have cited over the last 20 plus years for leaving the San Francisco Bay Area and moving to the Sacramento area. And I know you will love it and also feel the ease and the relaxation that comes with less financial pressure when you make the move. Now that wraps up our discussion of the 7 reasons people choose Sacramento when they're leaving San Francisco. And I hope this has helped you decide if Sacramento might be right for your family's Bay Area escape plan. Now, if you want to do a deeper dive into Sacramento, you can click this video right here for the pros and cons of living in Sacramento. Or if you missed part 1 of this 2-part series where I discussed the 7 reasons people choose to leave San Francisco, you can watch that video right here. Now, maybe you want to see some of the Sacramento area suburbs pitted in a head-to-head battle, or maybe you're even considering El Dorado County and want to see some of those towns pitted in a head-to-head battle. You can click my town versus town playlist down here. Either way, thanks for watching. Thanks for making it to the end with me, and I'll see you on the next one.